Derp. Okay, this is the games we play starring Naruto Shirogane. And it automatically says at the top, warning, sexual content, motherfucker. Just a quarter to midnight. Just when I was about to pack up for the night, because I was out of cheap rye and seedy bar below my drafty office was looking more comfortable than my sleeping bed, this dame walked in. She was a tall broad, with legs that stretched from heaven to hell, taking a quick stop in limbo for her sheer black stockings to get on and off. The devil or angel? Hell, I'm no priest. I'll let you decide. Mister, I need your help, she said with preamble. Oh, honey and control. Damn, so much for the
Counter
bar.
alto. Counter alto.
Counter alto. My bad, contra alto. Yeah. Damn, so much for the bar. Why would she think I could help her? My name's Shirogane. I'm a private eye. The mud rakers call me the Detective Prince.
Muckrackers.
Mud rackers, whatever. The Detective Prince. My friends call me Naoto. My enemies, well, let's just not say it in front of polite company. I leaned back in my chair and kicked up my feet at the top of the desk. Yeah? What sort of help do you need, dollface? This ain't a charity.
Why is it a Brooklyn accent? Why do you have an awful Brooklyn accent? Stop.
Because, yeah.
Alto.
Big gray eyes stared into mine, gray as the fog that rolled in every few weeks in this town. Low and heavy and miserable like the conscience of mine. I just can't seem to shake. Even before she opened her mouth again, I knew I was on the case. So what, Naoto's a lesbian now? Sweet. She dabbed those big gray eyes of hers with a white handkerchief, streaked it with black and mascara until it looked like a miniature zebra hide. My uncle's gone missing, and with him went my inheritance. If I don't find him soon, my landlord will kick me and my little cousin out on the streets. Why don't you just try the cops? Or the lost and found? My uncle is on the force, a detective. Figured. The dame's uncle was probably on the take. Hell, the whole department was crooked in this town. That's why I had to quit. When I didn't answer, she fluttered her long eyelashes at me.
Oh,
Tiny black whips that scored my shriveled heart. Will you help me, Mr. Shirogane? I've got nowhere else to turn. Please. Broads, always in trouble, but nothing but trouble. Alright, enough of the sob story. What's your name anyhow? So, my name is Susie Seta. Really? Really? Soji is cross-dressing, or this is just a gender bend?
Yeah, Soji is cross-dressing, and so is Naoto.
God damn it. Superstition gets what it called it fate, or fortune, or just plain bad luck. Of all the names this broad could have had, it was Suzu, Belle. And of all the private dicks she could have walked in, it was Shirogane, White Belle. If this had been more dime stone pulp, I would have called it bad writing. It is bad writing. In any case, I remembered my manners and decided to be a gentleman. Old habits and all that. Well then, Miss Seta, I pointed over the level chair in front of my desk that once had been overstuffed, but had gone on a crash diet. Come take a load off here, so I can get a better look at you.
Do you really need to?
Yes, I do. Her first steps were shaky, like she didn't wear black Leighton high heels much. But in a flash, she was slinking around like those dolls you find in better martialized dives. The ones who you old-fashioned absinthe and entertain with your newfangled morals. Good girls gone bad somewhere, somehow, without any regrets. Seeing my light in my lamp, I thought she looked like sort of a frail who could be all things to people. I had to admit I envied her. You see, all I know to do is sort out the half-cocked stories, knock some heads in, and then let the boys in blue take all the credit. It's a living. I also thought she was one hell of a looker. Those big gray eyes I already told you about. but the curtains matched the windows too. Long silver locks, which curled at the bottom of a frame of pale skin and high cheekbones and pouty lips. She had been a little heavy-handed with the mascara and eyeshadow and rouge and lipstick, which was a
So she's a
shame.
whore.
Yeah,
I think
which
she's
was a
fancy.
shame because a girl like her didn't need it. Helen of Troy didn't need to paint herself up for those 1,000 ships to launch, and neither did this dame.
I
She
think
must
she did it so that way she could seem more
feminine
presentable.
because she's a dude. Anyway, she must have caught me staring because she smiled to herself just like she thought of the funniest joke in the world, but didn't want to share. Probably involved some gumshoe with her mouth open like a dead fish. I coughed a little. Alright, I'll take the case. $20 a day plus expenses. Yes, of course, Mr. Shirogane.
Wait,
Do you
what
mind if I start
What's
this,
his last name?
Mr. Shirogane?
Oh my god, so...
Like I said, this is Naoto. Anyway, do you mind if I start in the morning, miss? I like to start new cases after a good night's sleep, I smirked. Never know when you could catch a few winks when you're knee deep in it. Whatever you think is best, Mr. Shirogane. And thank you, she said, low and sincere. She moved to get up, but then froze on the seat. She pointed those big gray eyes at me again and got all misty. Mr. Shirogane, can I ask you a favor? A shiver ran down my spine like when you hear a 40 millimeter cock behind your head.
45.
45, whatever! Shut up! You're ruining the immersion. Worse even if in the line of work, favors are usually deadlier than the bullets. What sort of favor, miss? I asked politely. As soon as I did, I regretted not just throwing the dame out right out then and there. I already learned my lesson from the previous case, but apparently it didn't take. Mr. Shirogane, I'm not a forward girl, sort of girl. She lied easily. But could I stay the night at your place? I'm afraid to go home.
And this
What's got you
porno.
spooked? Well, my uncle left with my inheritance. He also left me with his debts. Now some men are looking to collect, and since I have no money, I'm afraid they'll. She looked down at herself and trembled. You're afraid they're gonna take their pounds of flesh from you, make you work off what your uncle owes, I guess. For a pretty young dame like her, those louses would have get top dollar. Hell,
But wait, she looks like a prostitute already, so she's already. They
Shut
can't
up.
get too much.
hell, from the wrong sort of customer, she could earn payback of any debt after a long, painful night. She hugged herself and nodded. And what about your little cousin? She's safe with friends in the countryside. For now, I see. I sucked on a tooth. Awfully content place for a kid. Convenient. God damn it. Now I'm doing it for a kid, but I didn't press the issue. It was times like that when I really resented having been born a sap. You'd figure a professional sleuth like me would have known the score by now. It was cliche. Setup. Pretty young dame comes to you with a sob story. Wants to go home with you. Punchline. You get set up to be the patsy in some corn. Or she runs off with your money and your pride. Fine, miss. You can stay with me. But just for the night. And don't expect a night on the Ritz. Mr. Shirogane, I can never thank you enough, she said, looking like a vixen in a chicken coop. Thank you. I gulped and then tugged my cap tighter on my head. I got up to escort her to out of my office, and she slipped an arm around mine. In the other hand, she held onto a small black clutch. She wore white satin elbow-length opera gloves. What? The wind is being a dick to my yami-po, so I just told the wind to stop being a cockbag, or else they ain't gonna get their appreciation. Now, anyway, where was I? I didn't bother locking up. In this business, the sort of goons you want to break in isn't much phased by locks, or doors for that matter. God, what now? The wind's still yelling, Yami-po. I wish I could do something to help you, but I can't. Reading right now. My place isn't far from the office, so we hoofed it. Since it was cold that moonless night, I draped my suit jacket over the dame's bare shoulders. Aside from the heels and the stockings and gloves, all she was wearing was these ankle-length black black backless, red silk gown that was doing a horrific, horrific job of clinging to her sleek curves without busting out the seams. It was a slip up high enough so that I could catch an eye full of leg and toe to the back guarded straps each time she stepped. For the life of me, I never understood how broads can show so much skin without turning into topsicles. Really? Topsicles?
Ew.
The window and the walls, till the sweat goes down my topsicles.
Stop reading the comments on Skype and read your stupid story.
There wasn't any chit chat, which I appreciated. Some broads would chew your ear off, given half a chance. This would take this canary I know, Kujikawa, reset to her adoring fans. Girls as cute as a bug's ear, smiles as big as a shark, and twice as dangerous. In any case, the dame on my arm that night was a quite sort of a frail. Probably would have been a nun in a different century, or some in a different life. Would have been a hell of a lot safer than what she did to make her ends meet in this sort of town. We ended up at my apartment without bumping into a soul. It's on it's on the small side, not much more than a sitting room in a bedroom. Tiny little shower that either froze you solid or boiled you alive. The little old lady who ran the place didn't seem to mind that I was a flatfoot. Hey, I am too. So she left me alone most of the time. The other tenants were either too scared or too soused to talk to me. So I usually had plenty of time to myself. Climbing 3 flights of stairs kept me in fighting weight. All in all, I could have done worse.
Fighting weight now just like 90 pounds.
Nah, fighting weight. I opened the door, flicked on the lights, and made sure there wasn't anyone behind the ficus waiting to brain me with a lead pipe. Don't laugh. It's a pretty common occupational hazard for me. Got knocked for a loop by a delivery man once. God damn it. Can't say I enjoyed the experience, but that's a yarn for another time. When I was sure the coast was clear, I led the dame in. Welcome to Casa Shirogane. Make yourself at home.
God damn it.
I'm sure I'll be very comfortable here, Mr. Shirogane, said the dame knowingly. She glided into the back room uninvited. Having made herself at home, I followed. Here's the bed. Don't worry, I'll sleep on the couch tonight, miss. Thank you, Mr. Shirogane. She sat down on the edge of the bed, perched more like it, just like with just a sliver of her bottom on the mattress and her knees tight together. I
If this
stood.
bastard gives her a dick, I swear to God.
What do you think?
Do you want a drink, miss? I could use one myself. She took off my suit jacket from her shoulders and smoothed it on top of the blanket. Then she flipped her long silver hair back on the snap of her dress. My heart flipped a little too. Just some club soda if you have it, Mr. Shirogane. One figured you for a tea-tall, blah 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 blah. Words failing me. Fucking ass. Miss, I said I fixed the drinks in the sitting room. In a small, I'm reading ahead. Soda for her, ginger ale for me. I thought she wouldn't like the smell of booze on my breath. Or you afraid I'm gonna slip you a Mickey? A Mickey? Ha ha! Before I went back to her, I locked my snub nose, 38 millimeter, my wallet, and my watch in a small safe. I hide in my coat closet behind the old galoshes. You never can be too sure about these modern girls. Don't I know it? She took the highball glass I offered without hesitation, and shimmied her shoulders in a way that did some interesting things in the low necktie of her red silk dress and those contents of my pants. God damn it! I'm not talking about the ticket stub from the dry cleaners that was in my pocket either. I know it doesn't say either. I added that. I leaned against the door sill and downed my ginger ale in one gulp. It didn't help.
My mind just shattered.
Not at all, Mr. Shirogane. I trust you.
Shattered.
I've never much liked the taste of liquor. What do you like, miss? I like this I like this voice I'm doing. She patted the empty spot next to her in the mattress invitingly. Company, Mr. Shirogane. I like company. Damn. My lumpy old sack was looking more comfortable by the second.
Oh God.
I stood firm in the doorway, and she got all misty-eyed again. Mr. Shirogane, why won't you sit by me? She sniffed, am I too plain of a girl for you, Mr. Shirogane?
Please tell him he goes to the bed. Please tell
That
him.
isn't it, miss. The view's just fine to me, I said, and my feet started moving on their own. As soon as I sat down next to her, she laid her head on my shoulder and wrapped a gloved arm around my waist. You're not saying that to be polite, are you, Mr. Shirogane? She whispered. No, miss, I mumbled. You're beautiful. I'm so glad you think so, Mr. Shirogane, she sighed contented. Won't you stay all night with me? No, I thought. I was going to sleep with her. There's a code, you see, a code of conduct for gumshoes like me. They don't write it down anywhere, but I'm sure, and it's not like a union or anything, but a man's gotta have principles. A man's gotta stick to his principles when the chips are down, just like that. A man. Now, part of the code is that you can seduce the Duchess, but you don't spoil the virgin. Sitting there right next to her, feeling her heat through her gloves and my shirt, I was pretty sure this dame hadn't done anything quite like this before. She was shivering through her bravado. Aw, hell. Her hands were hot against my thighs, making a beeline for my belt. Mr. Shirogane, she leaned in close and cooed in my ear. Mr. Shirogane, you've been so kind to me. Let me be kind to you. Naoto, I said, and was rewarded by a puzzled look on her face. My friends call me Naoto. She smiled and leaned in even closer, and I yielded to the inevitable. I told you I'm not reading porn.
Oh my god.
So calm down. Calm your brains, dear listeners and people in the call. If you ever wanted to be a private dick,
Why?
let me be the first to tell you. It's not all champagne and roses. The pay's lousy. Most of the time you're out in the rain. It's hell on feet. You'll be running on liquid diet or burnt joes and sour rye. Most of the folks you meet are either trying to sham you or snuff you, or both. If you like the sort of thing, you better be off as a bean counter. At least you're indoors. But when a beautiful woman kisses you full in the mouth like she means it and you know how to do it, then you tend to forget about all those little things. A gentleman does not kiss and tell. But if it's been long enough time I've been a gentleman, forgive me, Suzu. Let me see. Her mouth was hot and hungry against mine. I finally understood why they called some broads man-eaters. I was lucky the dame didn't swallow me up, bones and all. All I could do was ride out the storm, and I was left more than a little windset after she finally broke away from me. I tried to reach out for the truth to her when she stood up, but the dame was slippier than the truth. She was all smiles and gently pushed me back down to sit on the bed. An Inca ballad by Mitsuzu Hiragi was on the radio in the apartment below mine. The song was about someone else's man, I think. Something sappy like that. It drifted through the floorboards and the dame mouthed the words when she slipped out of her dress. First the one arm through a strap, then the other, then a wiggle of the hips and a coy smile. The red silk pulled at her feet. She stepped out of it like Venus was being born to sea. When the dress hit the floor, so did my jaw. Really? The dame was marvelously pale, smooth skin compared to that. The silk of her dress looked like burlap, black heels and stockings and a garter belt. And panties. Panties, stocking, white gloves, pale skin, long silver hair, big gray eyes, and a monochrome beauty with a flash of cherry red on her lips. Really? Lean muscle danced against that pale skin when the dame sauntered back over to me. Whatever the dame did for a living, it sure gave her a figure that a Russian ballerina wouldn't be ashamed to call her on their own. Too often skinny broads are stringy and sinew, gangly and awkward. Pleasant enough, but not enough to spin a yarn about. The dame was nothing like that. She was grace and poise and balance all in one life little package. Standing still, she got the impression that some master artisan turned her over to the laugh about exotic woods in motion. Watching her hips rolling like was going to the beach and feeling the waves crashing in the shore over and over again. We kissed again. She must have taken my gaping mouth as an invitation. She ran her hands by my back. I ran my paws down her flat chest. Really? She has a flat chest? And tight belly, lace front garter belt, and underlace panties. Ahem! I'm about to say the gayest thing ever in my girl voice. Ahem! Please be gentle with me, asked the dame softly while when she brushed my hair lightly across. Nope, not reading that. Nope, not reading that.
Tell them what.
Nope,
I'll
not
tell
reading it.
everybody what this is.
At the porno about 1980s Naoto. It's about.
It's a dude.
Yes.
It's the main character. It's the main MC.
Of course, duh.
I don't know.
So no, this.
Let's
So
press
no,
against my chest and her
process
chest. Red
sex.
so well. I mean, come on. Legs and panties and long well suit. Suddenly, I was surprised that it went torn with flimsy fabric of herself, a genuine endowment. Really? Fucking really? My own cotton briefs were well, truly. Oh god damn it! They were truly soaked by this point, so I offered no complaints when the day rolled me onto my. Fine! Brushed lightly across her hard cock. Fine, happy. Now shut up. Undo my belt buckle. She seemed awfully good with it, with her hard, nimble fingers having no trouble shucking off my pants and socks and shoes. I couldn't help but shiver when the dame took one of her nimble fingers and traced the lines across my. Oh god damn it! No. Did you spill your drink? Or are you just happy to see me? She whispered mischievously. I pulled her down to me and kissed her deeply, ecstatic. If I Steve Knight, if you ever see him for a short turn, I lost my head as easily as I lost my briefs and my shirt. The dame knew just how to push my buttons. Maybe she played the accordion in her spare time. What? I don't know, but anyway, she was getting good practice squeezing. God damn it. I died a little inside. I did too.
I think so too.
I died. You died a little twice. I'm sorry. I died more than twice.
I died.
Which was a hell of a lot more enjoyable than the big sleep. I can think of a lot more things interesting than this. Which was the only do once, to my knowledge. The room went white, then black as the dame wrapped me around her finger. What? Oh god damn it! I came to when I heard her trying to loosen the sarashi that she keeps my chest sewn together tighter than a Scotsman's purse. I grabbed both her wrists and put the kibosh on that. I love that. The kibosh. I love that fucking saying. The bind stay on, miss. She obeyed, so I let her go. Anything for you, Naoto. Her hands moved up and hovered over my head. What about the hat? What makes you happy? So yes, this is Naoto. And this is Soji in cross-dressing. God damn it.
God damn it.
I mean, come on! He let it slip at the beginning. She looked hurt. Misery loves company. She slapped me lightly and on the cheek. I'm not that sort of girl, Mr. Shirogane. What sort of girl are you, Miss Sada? I mean, come on, really? I'm yours, Naoto. Perfumed silver rained on my cheek and face and chest. The dame leaned over to kiss me again. Her liquid tress washed over my skin and drowned me in Chanel number 9. The smell of golden class and longing. She had only put a drop or two of the stuff on, but it burned in my nose. Hot as the tool the dame was jamming against my skull and thigh. Oh god damn it. We tussled over a bit on the top of the sheets, following each other like lions on the martyr. She let me pin her. I stroked her hair with one hand and reached down on my throat. God damn it. Her fucking ass. I'm just skipping all of this.
drama's, don't get me wrong.
It's all porn.
Sojo. Okay.
Big Gray's eyes, never mesmerized. She
Sojo.
filled with heartache again. Those eyes were smoldering and steady, even
Is his
found.
first name
God
Ken?
damn it, still going.
No, it's the main MC.
It's the main
The
character.
sound of
His name is Soji Seta, but he put on the guise of being Suzu Seta. She put a wound out and a knockout punch. I can drop my guard. She right then button, my bell rang, and I was out for the count. The last thing I remember seeing before I stopped seeing anything was all the dame's face light up when she found religion. She sang out with a few quick hallelujahs, and then, goddamn it, went left. I couldn't blame her. Sermons always had the same effect on me. That's gross. The dame had fallen on top of me. I had fallen for her.
My mind has been shattered.
I hate you, Russ Clown. I held her tight in my arms. I never wanted to let her go of her or that night. Who knows what tomorrow would bring? Would the dame ever again kiss me gently when I stroked her back, like when we did at the afterglow before dawn? Would we end up on chalk outlines of some foggy alley? Would the dame board a train for the city in one day and leave me with nothing but a goodbye and a broken heart? All I know for certain was the night that we fell asleep the most lovable lullaby in the world. I love you, Naoto. I love you, Soji. After school the next day, I was too tired to notice that Rise had snuck behind me when I was opening my shoe locker. She giggled when I jumped up in the air at the sudden shock of her voice. Hey, Naoto-kun, something wrong? It's not like you to doze off in class. It's nothing to worry about, Rise. I was up last night, that's all. Working a case? No, Soji-senpai came over my apartment and, I said too much. Oh, you two were playing cops and robbers, she teased. I blushed. Something like that. And fucking damn it.